Hello and welcome to your favorite YouTube channel Pharmacy Lessons Made Easy. In today's video, under the Jobs and Career section, we are going to discuss some excellent tricks to write a professional resume. Are you worried how to prepare your first resume? Are you confused which format to follow because there are so many formats available online? Do you have in your mind what to write in your resume? Why an excellent professional resume is important? Well, this video will answer all your questions and make you learn how to design your professional resume by the end of this video. So watch this exclusive video till the end. The importance of a well-written professional resume is well known. Actually, a well-written resume is a medium for advertising yourself. Your resume reads the prospective employer and represents you as a job applicant and try to claim that you are the best choice candidate for the job advertised. Please keep in mind that a professional resume is always an evolving document which improves over the period of time during your career, so keep modifying and improving on it. You shall be amazed to know that an average employer or recruiter takes only 8 to 10 seconds to screen your resume and job application before considering an applicant either to be shortlisted for any interview. Sometimes it takes even less time than this. So it is very important how to write your first resume or how to keep improving that. First of all, we should know what is the correct format. So let us start. On your screen you can see on the top you can mention your name, full name. It should be followed by your correspondence address. Then mention your email address. Then your contact number. Here when you mention your contact number, mention the country code also, because at this moment there are many multinational companies in the market, and when they may be contacting you, maybe their head office is located in another country, then country code if you have mentioned, it will be very good. Now what should be the font size? Font size of your name and your address, email, mobile, etc. should be Times New Roman 14. Font should be Times New Roman and size should be 14. Then first point should be your career objective. What is a career objective? In this segment you should mention in 1 or 2 lines what you aspire to be, what you expect from your job, what is your dream, what is your vision. So in using economy of words, in very less words you will have to explain your career objective. It should be followed by your technical skills, the technical skills that you possess. For example, this resume was prepared for a student of engineering and he has mentioned here that he has knowledge of operating systems, which operating system, Windows XP, Vista, Windows 7, then others. Software languages he knew C, C++, data structure, Java, HTML, then databases, then computer application. So technical skills, why we have given preference to technical skills, more preference than educational qualification? Because in the present day market you shall be hired for your skills. Education is something that is basic, you have completed. What apart from education you have? Formal education, right, or a professional degree. These are some of the technical skills which you have and you must mention at the very outset of your resume. It should be followed by your educational qualification. When you mention your educational qualification, mention your educational qualification in 1 line. How? For example, you have completed so and so degree from so and so college which is located at so and so place in so and so year with so and so percentage of marks. So in resume you mention your degree or whatever your certificate you have, educational qualification, in 1 line. for 1 degree, 1 certificate. And nowadays it is in trend that you should mention your educational qualification in reverse chronological order, which means the latest should be first, highest degree or the latest achieved certificate should be on the top. So as you can see here, BTech is on the top, then senior secondary, then secondary examination, right? Then it should be followed by your certificate of appreciation. If you have worked as maybe coordinator of some events, or you were an outstanding student, maybe captain of football team, etc., at that, for handling that responsibility in a successful manner, you must have, or you may have achieved some certificate of appreciation from authorities, which means your professors, maybe vice chancellor of university, maybe principal or director of your institute. So if you have received this type of certificate of appreciation, you can mention those certificates under this heading. Then after that, some professional certifications you can mention. Professional certifications you can mention in the next line. Next point will be, so if you have some certificates like this student had achieved Microsoft Technical Associate Certificate, Microsoft Office Specialist Associate, you can mention under this heading. Then if you have gone through any training, you must mention your training experience after that. For example, 6-week C++ training certificate from so and so company which is located at so and so place. Then after that, some project if you have undertaken. So first of all, project, title of the project will be there, then duration, what was the duration of that project, 1 week, 2 week, 1 month, 2 month, etc., front end, back end, then short description of the project, so that when the person is interviewing you, the expert is interviewing you, that person should have the knowledge, basic knowledge what the project was all about. After that, if you have written some research papers, or you have presented some research projects or papers in some conferences or seminars, you can mention them here, right, in this particular format that I have given. Why we are mentioning research papers in our resume? Because nowadays most of the companies, they want people, they want future workforce to have a temperament for research and innovation. That's why if you have done something like research, you must mention it. It will be an added advantage for you. After that, you can also mention some of the memberships if you have taken off any professional society in related to your field. That is also very important, related to your field. So you can search online for some of the big names or some of reputed, renowned professional societies which are working in your field. You can go for their membership. It may be paid membership, it may be free membership. So if you are interested, you can take a membership and mention that in your resume. It shows that how updated you are with present trends in your field. Then two more important, very important points are co-curricular achievements and extracurricular achievements. Now most of the candidates, they are confused what is co-curricular and extracurricular. Co-curricular is something that is related with your curriculum syllabus, right? For example, some quiz contest related to some subject that you studied in your graduate courses or something postgraduate, right? Or maybe some seminar, some workshop that was related to your curriculum. So you can mention, suppose you participated, you organized that as coordinator, some event, or you achieved some certificate in these type of contests which were co-curricular. You can mention those achievements under this heading, right? After that, extracurricular activities or achievements. These are some of the activities which were not part of your syllabus. For example, NCC, NSS, sports, dance, singing, etc. Right? So you can mention those achievements here. After that, very important, that is interest. So you can mention your interests in points here, right? For example, art and craft, internet surfing, playing badminton, cooking, traveling, all the interests that you have, you can mention after putting comma, 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 like this, right? Don't write a paragraph. Then mention 2 or 3 strengths which are really your strengths, right? Analyze your personality, take feedback from your teachers, your friends, then write down your strengths, also your weaknesses. One more point is very important here. Weaknesses. What is a weakness? Weakness is something that can be improved, right? For example, someone can say, I am emotional by nature, right? I am emotional by nature. All human beings are emotional. Huh? But in the professional field, you are not expected to be too much of emotion should not be in you. Why? Because suppose there is a stressful condition, you have some time limit to complete a project and you are very emotional, you feel that I cannot do it. Huh? And what will happen, you will spread this type of feeling in the team and it will be difficult for all the people to complete the task within time because you are demotivating all the people. So emotional nature, so it is a weakness, but you can say at the time of interview that I am working to improve it, right? Then in the end, you can mention your personal details. For example, date of birth, father's name, mother's name, your address. If you skip the address on the top, you can mention here. Otherwise, if you mention address on the top, you can skip address line here. Then nationality, languages known, and passport, right? Status, it is there under process or you don't have any passport, right? Then self-declaration statement should be there at the end. Then place, colon, it should be the place from where you are sending this resume, right? Then date, the date on which you are sending this resume. In the same line, you can see in the right hand will be your name in brackets, that too in capital letters. Why? Because just above your name you will put your signature with date, right? So this is the format that I have discussed with you for writing a successful resume. You can choose those points which are relevant for you. You can upgrade it with the passage of time and as per your requirements. Okay, so please let me know if you have any questions in the comment section below. If you have any clarifications, if you want some specific information how to incorporate certain points in your resume, just feel free to comment in the section below. Thank you very much.